Hi, my dear friends. My name is Anna Wright, and today I would like to talk with you about a very sensitive topic, about what is happening in the world just right now, in this present moment. And first of all, I'd like to look at the horoscope of Israel. And in the beginning, for all of you, I would like to say that I'm gonna look at this situation right now as an astrologist, as an expert. And here in this video, we will read the chart and the most important things what I can share with you looking at the chart. So I'm not going to tell you the political view. I don't want you to make any fights in these comments under this video. I'd like you to try to look at this objectively, from the other side. Look like you are the third party, not being involved in the whole situation. So let's start. Here on the screen, you can see the chart of Israel. This chart is very, very talkative by itself. And that people who little bit into astrology, they probably already can see a lot of very important information. First of all, I'd like to focus you on the sun position in this chart. Sun in Taurus. It is a very practical sign, as you know. It is an earth element, which means that the country is very stable, the comfort is very important, the actual materialistical values are extremely important for this country. We can say it's a down-earth country. Moreover, Sun is not just in Taurus, but it is in the 8th house. Every house, as you know, represents some sphere of life. And 8th house represents money. Yes, friends, it is money. It is very big money. And it's not yours money. Your money we can see in the 2nd house. And the other's money we can see in the 8th house. Usually it is the bank system, or it is someone else's money, the insurance companies. It is all about 8th house. And the sun position always shows to us what is the main focus for this person or here for this country. And as sun in Taurus in 8th house means that one of the most important thing for this country is making money. And it's not just its own money based on its own talents, which is 2nd house. Here we can see the money, which is based on partnerships. So they use the others, countries, people's money. And this is only the sun position. So see how it is very talkative when we see this big picture. Also, I want to pay your attention on the aspects to sun. Here you can see probably a little bit better the situation. So we can see that sun is damaged by Mars and is damaged by Saturn. These are the most important aspects in this chart according to the sun. And both planets, Mars and Saturn, are the most evil planets. Mars is very active and aggressive, which usually gives to the person a very quick reaction, like a light. You know what I mean, right? And usually the person who has this aspect is very easy to react. And first he acts and then he thinks. And this is what is happening with Israel right now. After that situation, what happened in October, they even didn't think, they reacted straight away. And this is the reaction, is very aggressive reaction, which is about Mars in this chart. And you also can notice that Mars in a Leo, it's a very active sign too, right? It's the fire sign. What we see in the real life is exactly about Mars in Leo damages the sun in Taurus. Moreover, the next aspect, which is really not beneficial aspect in the chart, it is Saturn damages the sun. Saturn is a very specific planet. In one side, it is very pleasurable kind of planet when it gives you lots of different difficulties in life and different type of limits. And for person or for people, usually it is really difficult emotional situations because we don't like difficulties, right? We just we want to have easy, nice, positive life. So it's not about Saturn. Saturn is about hard work. And with Saturn, you can do nothing, only hard work. And this is the only way for you to reach what you want. And it's even not guaranteed that you will reach it because this is the negative aspect of Saturn. Moreover, in ancient astrology, they call this aspect as a seal of Saturn. I know it sounds not that nice, right? And this means that the influence of Saturn kind of destroy the creativeness of Sun or the heart. Sun is our heart chakra, and this is the creativeness, the fulfillment, the life energy, the consciousness. It is all about the Sun energy. And when Saturn damages Sun, it means that it takes out of this energy. So the person or the country cannot really use this vitality or this creative energy to do something easy and good. It can be some cold heart, when person doesn't doesn't feel anything and just go to its purpose without any love on the way. I hope you understand what I mean, right? So Saturn makes the person to be really like greedy, and if he has some purposes, he will come to it through lots of difficulties. It's not other ways. It's always will be hardworking. And the main idea of this aspect is to not try to limit others, but to limit yourself. All aspects in your chart in general show what we made from our past lives, what type of characteristics we developed and what we still have here, what we need to make better, what we already actually developed and changed for better. So here we can see that actions, what these people, I mean, Israeli or Jewish people did in the past, right now they have this aspect, which means that they did something very wrong in the past, according to the love energy, the creativeness, the creative energy, and Saturn shows that this energy right now uses with a destructive way. By the way, the Saturn in the negative, Saturn is about ambitions and power too, but when it is negative, it is very destructive type of energy. So the person wants this power, he's greedy, but he cannot get it, and he will try to do it over and over again. Moreover, here on the website, this is the aspects section, and we can go to Sun with Mars and actually read the explanation. I just want you to see that this is not my personal opinion. I just want you to see that this is the objective picture on this date when Israel was created, right? So we can see the position and the explanation. So you can see that life is very hard, and this is exactly what we can say about Israel, right? Creation of this country was very difficult, and it was all the time through lots of obstacles on the way. And here's different types of people with this aspect, and you can actually read it by yourself on the website, which I recommend you to do to go deeper, to understand better and more. And many Jews think that they are the chosen people. And this is exactly what this aspect shows. They think that they are chosen, and that's why Saturn also damages Sun. Understand? So it's really deep meaning of these aspects here. And this is the another side of the sun, and it's not a bright side. Let's have a look at other planets such as Moon, which is in Leo, the Mercury, which is a Gemini, really strong position in Gemini, which means that these people and this country is very talkative. They are good sellers, buyers, right? So, and they think a lot about, again, money, eighth house. They focus on the eighth house, so the others people's money, the others country's money. Moon in Leo it's a good positive position for moon, and it has only positive aspects, which is great. And it means that they have a very high opinion about themselves, which is also very good connected with a chosen people. So the people really believe in that and they feel like they are. Yeah, because it's the moon in the Leo. It's very interesting when you go deeper and deeper and start to open up the whole picture, right? I also want to focus you on an aspect which is Saturn with Pluto in the 10th house in Leo. And this aspect usually means that this country is supposed to use the power. It's very, very strong energy, very persistent, and it is quite cruel energy. And in astrological language, it means that this is a conflictual country. So they cannot just let the situation go. They have to finish it and they will do it. So what we see is also partly this combination. One of my client asked me, what is the karma of Israel? And I want us to look at that closer. So first of all, we can notice that the lunar node in Taurus, and exactly this northern lunar node shows us what is the purpose of the life of this country. And as we see, this is always the opposition between the north and south lunar nodes, right? So the north lunar node is where this country should go. Like this is the purpose, what it has to achieve. And the opposite, the south lunar node, means that what it has to leave somewhere behind, right? So Taurus and Scorpio, seventh house and first house. So the purpose is to be stable in Taurus, to be very economical, to grow your own food, to build a house, to build the country, to be very peaceful because it's Taurus. And moreover, it is in the seventh house. So you got the land and you have to try to be friends with other people on this land. You have to build something together. And I want to show you it's here on the website in the karma section. Here is explanation and we can see the purpose of life. And as the information is closed and as I have points, so I can just open the access and now I can see what is written here. So the purpose of life. Look, in your past life, the Scorpio program has been worked out such as you have already gone through internal restructuring, through unrest, internal conflicts and protests, through self-destruction and the recreation of the new. Isn't it extremely, extremely accurate? Therefore, in this life, you must renounce destruction, low patience, torment and self-torment. You must rely on self-knowledge, psychologism, and occultism, which is on the highest features of Scorpio. Walking the path of degradation, which is through risk and danger, through the indulgence of love for thrills, exciting dramatic conflicts, for sexual pleasures, and you can sink to criminal inclinations. I think you can make conclusion by yourself right now after even this paragraph. Let's continue. You must develop patience, humility, stability. You need to strive for harmony, for balance, for even relationships, in some cases for the family, for agriculture, in general for earthly and lasting harmony. You must be engaged in the accumulation of resources, health, energy in order to prepare for the transition to another level, to a new movement and a new force of materialization and stability. The maximum task is to build a house, in this case a country, plant a tree and give prosperity to the family without suffering and confusion. So now, tell me which road the country Israel chose. Did it choose the peaceful way or it went to the previous Scorpio way? The experience which was in the past with, what happened with Jesus is exactly what is written here in the past. Also, I want to show you in what area of life are you going to gain experience here for Israel. And look, it is again the focus on the peace, your sphere of development, and this incarnation's partnership. In this incarnation, you need to make every effort to form harmonious relationships with your marriage partner and establish successful business cooperation, focusing on the goals, desires, and needs of others. You can take a fresh look at yourself and overcome your own psychological barriers. The fact is that you don't need to spend precious time promoting your ideas, caring for your image, and realizing your own ambitions. Things will go much better if you find good partners, identify common goals, and work together to achieve them. In a past life, you were a bright individualist, and the memory of this still remains. Now it is important to direct all your attention to development of the ability to hear others and to be a real partner and colleague. They are still very individualistic and they try to pressure their own opinion, whatever it is. So this is unfortunately the totally opposite way, the destructive way for Israel. And I really hope that they will become more aware of this situation and start to actually choose the better way. Also, here in this section, we can actually see how did the past life end, what experience the country was learned. So first of all, we can notice that it was quite difficult experience in the past life, and it was bad fate, deprivation, and even poverty. And these were difficult life situations and difficult trials. And in the worst case, a complete collapse at the end of a past life. The past life, we can talk about also the Second World War, what was exactly the hardest time for Jewish people. And this is what we can see here in the chart. So we can see that this is quite greedy and stingy personality is describing here. This is also what was in the past. This is the experience what they got. You could belong to dangerous professions in the past incarnation and abuse power. It is also an indication of murderers, robbers, and rapists. Of course, it all depends on the spiritual level of development of the individual. And as an option, death is a result of an accident or murder. And exactly this is what happened again, coming back to the World War II. And this is what happened with them. They were murdered. And this is what we can see in this chart. In this chart, first of all, we can see that very difficult past of the Jewish people. It's very sad past. Nowadays, they are able to change it. But the only way to do it is to go to the purpose of life, not the opposite way. And we can see here also the dark sides of personality, which is about the freedom right now here. This country could divided others in order to achieve the freedom. You can read it here by yourself. This is the thing. Perhaps this country could be an anarchist, sharper, and destroyer of others people's plans, a destructor of shrines. So there is something wrong with the freedom of other people. And this is the result. And the connection with this subtle world, what everyone has, not everyone, but most of people have it. Some people don't, but still, here we can see what is subconsciously from what world they have the information. So in here, the first channel, what we can see in this chart is again, this is the channel with Saturn with his negative side. So this is the interaction with the negative power of the sun, with a negative reflection, which can become a source of pride, overly developed arrogance, ambition, etc. And this is what also we can see. By calling themselves as the chosen people, this is exactly about this. Also, they have a beautiful, the most powerful channel of intuition. When they can actually receive really truth information at the moment. So they had this channel, but probably because they have had this channel, they developed the other negative qualities, which made their life actually worse than it should be. But this is the karma, and this is the whole like more psychological explanation. And I would like us to go down to earth, as we say, and just make a little bit more materialistic type of picture. And for this purpose, I want us to go to the section, the reality management or the formulas of events, and show you what combinations Israel has. Look, here we can see what formulas this country has from the birth. And this shows to us what kind of events it has to go through. Right now it is closed, but we again will open it up. We open up all points just to see all formulas because I want to show you as much as I can. So as I have points, I'm going to write off points. See, I have 82 points in my account, and right now I just unlocked 29 points. So lots of different formulas. They describe their particular situation. When you click on yes or it can be no, and you can read the actual information. Here we can see that they have the all formulas of businesses. It is the small, medium, big businesses. It is the very good income. It is a big income. And moreover, I can tell you that they have the formula of wealth. And from that country is what I checked within astrology. Right now, only 2 countries have the formula of wealth. Try to guess and just write it down in comments under this video. And I will tell you later, maybe even show you in a different video which country has it too. But I'm sure you're able to guess it. So Israel has beautiful combinations for money. The sun position is not just psychological situation, it also has the base on materialistical world. So it's like all these combinations, the formulas, this is what will happen in their real world. So this is what you can actually touch and understand how it works. So this country is quite wealthy country, and it has lots of money, lots of investment, and it like makes it grow and grow quite quickly. See, here we can see the another type of formulas, and it's very wealthy with formulas even. Look, they have the formula of health, the formula of injury, the formula of physical hazard. It's that formula what I want us to pay attention on, because this is exactly which gives the possibility of having a war regarding to the countries, right? So right now we're talking about the big scale, about the country. And this formula of physical hazard means that the person, the country right now here can go through the difficulties, the operations, right? So it can lose some other lands or it can get more land. So it depends on the period of time, it depends on the forecasting at the moment. It's not a good combination. And even the chart of Israel shows that they have the indicators for the short life, which means that this country will die earlier or later. When it will happen, we need to go to forecasting and look at that. So maybe it will be the reorganization, right? Like probably it will be the foundation of another country. I mean, the new Israel. And you can find on the internet that they have such plans in the future. And also we can see that they have the formula of hazard protection, which is exactly what America does for it right now, because it is some type of protection which is also written in the chart. So it's all just describes the situation extremely accurate in my opinion. Another important formula, according to exactly the situation, it is the formula of problems with the law. They will have some big issues with law, with international law, and that they will have very bad consequences. So they will be blamed, and it will bring to probably some limitations for the country. So it's not a good thing to have it for any country. And it means that they actually can break rules and moral principles. So I'd like to talk to you about forecasting, what we can expect in the future. First, I'd like to go with you on the forecast for the date. Here again, this is the 3rd level. We have to open the access exactly. So let's have a look on their forecasting. And what we can see, I just put 18th of October, 2023 to see the situation. And as you can notice, the Mars in a negative aspect to the moon, which literally means, we can actually read it here, emotional problems, disagreements with others, intolerance, claims to loved ones, problems in the family, danger of diseases, inflammations, etc., etc., and etc. And this is the conflict, actually aggressive conflict, which touches the just usual people in the country. Also, I'd like to put your attention on the Jupiter with a negative aspect to Saturn. Let's have a look. At this time, a person may take on too much responsibility, or he may be loaded with a large amount of work. But even he succeeds, they still remain dissatisfied. The owner of the horoscope may face dictatorship and attempt to suppress, humiliate, undermine authority. This is what what we saw also, right? This is what happened. It's very in negative, it's quite aggressive situation. And excessive self-confidence does not allow him in this moment to understand that the silence of others is not evidence of their agreement with him. Ideas at this time are truly grandiose, and although they're very far from reality, a person stubbornly insists on his own can deny obvious things if only has the last word. So it means that Israel was in a very difficult situation at that particular moment, but what is happening after that and the ideas are too ambitious, and this strategically it is a wrong decision what they do right now, because Jupiter and Saturn's two planets will tell us about actually our further view, further understanding, big scale strategist type of picture. And they are two strategic planets, and when they're in a negative aspect, it means that it's like they are wrong if they do something on this aspect in this particular situation in this moment. I mean, Israel, they do it with the wrong way. They didn't calculate it properly. It will be bad results at the end. See, we can continue. He will teach and educate others according to his ideas about life, and at the same time not notice and not recognize his imperfections. If he fails, he will make new and new attempts. Yeah, we can see that problems obviously can be, etc., etc., etc. These days, extremes should be avoided. One should not enter into an argument on religious, philosophical topics, beware of categorical statements and conclusions, sharp criticism, someone's judgments, manifestations of arrogance, imposing one's worldview. Again, this is exactly what they did. They should not do that. So you can read here for better understanding. But this is only transits. I also want to show you the actual forecasting for the future based on progressions, because progressions means a lot, and only progressions can show us the materialistical world, what will happen there. For this purpose, I want to show you these progressions. This is a screenshot from my offline program, and look at this. This is what is actual for them right now. You can notice that on the 31st of October, it was specific houses involved. And this aspect worked for about 3-4 months, which means that it started in late July, August. Lots of indicators for 12 houses. It shows that this is some information which is not clear, some lying, because it's 12th house, and 12th house is Neptune. You all know this energy, right? It's not clear. You don't understand where, you cannot understand where is the truth, where is the lie. Something is not clearly, it's not truth what happened there. And this is 10th house involved, which means that the government involved in there. Just aspects, right? So then we can see this is something dangerous happened. And this is right here. You can see this is the 19th of January, 2024. This is exactly what we call as a hot phase of what's happening right now, and it's also about 3-4 months before the actual date. What you can see on the screen, it means that started in September, exactly just the beginning of the situation. This is the formula of danger here. It's also some fraud, something is not clear, so it's again show us that, and it's the problems with the law, some offenses, some losing the money, as you can see, because it's second and the 8th house here, just right in this aspect. So this aspect actually shows exactly everything what happened. Danger for people, some type of fraud, some type of flyings, and losing the money. And we can see that here in the between, it's something, some good aspects, which is actually describes the help. Here is the money from the partners we can see, which is exactly what is happening with the USA, would send money to Israel. But we can see that the situation will be definitely until 19th of January 2024. But if we will look further, we will see that here it is still the danger until the 19th of February. And honestly, I checked every year until 2027, and I can tell you that during every year, it is some aspects of danger. So I can tell you that this is not the end, and end is not that close. It will be like hot phases and not hot phases, but the situation when will be not um, fights, let's say, not danger to the country, only from 2027. Until that time, it will be like ups and downs, ups and downs. So, and during 2027, this country has a danger. So, see if to look a little bit further, this is already October 2024. It's again danger. Something is happening. Something is not good. This is some protection here too. So it's not like extremely bad, but it's still it is a danger. And during all the time, we can see also lots of offenses with quite bad consequences. So something inside the country will be changed too. Like right now, the decision what the country makes, it's not good for the country. This is what we can see just looking at the chart. I hope it was very useful for you, and I really hope that all people will be more united, and all these manipulations from the outside will not let us to be divided to fight with each other, because it will bring us nowhere. We have to stay calm to keep humanity in us and just to support each other as much as we can. I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching me today. And if you have any opinions, any questions, if you would like to check other country, please write down under this video, and I'll see you very soon.